Welcome to the Emily Otto Show, business coaching for rebel healers, priestesses, and other witchy women. This podcast will give you the tools to help you build and scale your online healing business so you can help more people and make more money. My goal is for you to enjoy your life and business with plenty of time for pleasure and play. I am over the moon delighted you're here. Let's start today's episode.
Hello. Oh my gosh, you guys. So apparently somebody out there doesn't want me to go live on the energy and structure of the six-figure healer because my computer literally, I pushed the go live button and the entire thing crashed. I have never crashed my computer. So I'm on my cell phone. Here we go. Sorry for the echo. Welcome to another podcast episode. This is the first time I am doing a live podcast episode, and I'm on my cell phone. So say hi if you're joining me. I'd love to be able to see your comment and see if it's working as I apparently reboot my motherfucking computer. So it could be that I have too many tabs open. That's a thing. But literally, my computer crashed the minute I hit go live. Coincidence? I think not. So I'm going to be sure to give you all the juice in this live training today. I've been really thinking about what can I teach and share that is going to be really fucking valuable and fun. Hi, Karina. Hi, Ashley. How can it be valuable? How can it be fun? And how can I give it to you in as big of a concept and bite-sized actionable pieces as possible? I have fire for you. So I'm going to give it to you today, and then I'm actually going to break this down piece by piece throughout the course of the month. So here's my goal. My goal is that you have a six-figure business. Why six figures? Why the hell does it matter? Because when you hit the 100K or so mark, that's when it starts to feel like, all right, money has me. My bank account has enough money in it to cover my bills for a certain amount of time. It doesn't feel like a stretch when you're going to the grocery store. It's okay to buy the bougie strawberries or get the bouquet of flowers that you've been thinking about buying but feel like maybe you shouldn't buy because it's too much. And six figures is probably a little before that is when you can start turning down the work that you don't want to do. How many people have taken on a client that they were like, I shouldn't do this. This is too much. I don't know if this is a great fit. I don't really want to do it for this rate, but I'm going to do it anyhow because I want to figure out how to make money. That's a thing that happens, especially for healers. But as you build and structure and scale and make more money, you don't have to do that anymore. You only get to work with the clients that you really want to serve and support and have fun playing with. And then you figure out how to work less. And then you hire more support. And then you do things on repeat. This is key, okay? Because if you're constantly making new programs all the time, you're creating a way to do more effort and striving that you don't necessarily need. So I'm going to give you 5 major points today. If you're taking notes, writing things down, go for it. Also, this is going to be a podcast episode 2 weeks from now, so you'll get to hear this on repeat. Hi, Jessica. But basically, I want you to know how to make six figures before you ever invest in working with me. And if you've already invested, fucking great, let's get you there with a personalized action plan. I have 5 more spots in my Rebel Mastermind. If one of them's for you, send me a message. Let's talk. I would love to support you in this round. The other 5 women that are in are awesome. And I would love, love, love to have you there too. 5 main points, okay? The first one I want to talk about with the energy and the structure of six figures. So it's not all about structure and action and strategy plan. And if you're a healer, you know that. You know it's energy. You know it's manifestation. You know it's being in energetic alignment with your desires. But how do you do that when you're trying to put food on your table and pay your bills? That's why there is structure. There's structure first. Structure to feel safe. Structure to feel solid. So step 1, with the structure, with the strategy, how, write this down, how do people know, like, and trust you? aka building relationships. I'm going to check myself for time. I don't want to go longer than 40 minutes today. Okay, now that my computer's back up. How are you connecting with people and building relationships? Generally, that's a channel on social media. Is it your personal profile? Is it Instagram? Is it YouTube? Is it meetups? Is it farmers markets? Is it women's networking groups for mom? How are you connecting with other people that you like, that might want to buy what you have, that are interesting and fun for you to connect with? Feel free to tell me in the comments and we can actually talk about it for your particular business. But that's number one. How are people connecting to you and building a relationship with you so that they can know, like, and trust you? Old marketing concept since probably the 50s. How do people know, like, and trust you? From there, so this is still part one, you have to make a structure and a strategy around showing up and connecting consistently. People need to know that you're not just going to go away. Folks need to know what they can expect from you. And then people will start sending others to you. Oh yeah, you should go talk to Jessica. This is exactly what she does. You should go see Emily. This is precisely her thing. You want that, okay? So you structure it. When are you posting? How often? What are you posting about? What are you talking about? Not just sales posts, but thought leadership. Things that you care about in the world, sharing other people's projects, or talking about your philosophy about how people can feel better, whether that's in relationships, intimacy, energetically, physically, and then you start to say it on repeat and build and build, and you're building an audience, building people who want to connect with you. Ashley, I get stuck before I've even started. I don't know what to offer. Yeah, so I think that's the stuck part there is really around not worrying about the offer and just talking the way I've seen you do with posting. Okay, here's it behind the scenes. Okay, here's something that I think is important. Here's something that I believe in. And then crafting the offer, right? So this brings us to point number 2. And again, we're going to focus on the structure of a 6-figure healer and then move into the energy. So point number 2, program suite and structure. You need, when you start off, 2 main ways for people to connect with you. Hey, Gloria. Way number 1, give people a bite-sized session, an intensive. Is it a 60-minute phone call, a 30-minute phone call, a week of Voxer support or Telegram support? Is it a 2-part call? Give people a bite-sized way to connect with you. Call it $25 to $150, something in between there. The first thing I ever did was offer a 60-minute phone call with people who thought they might want to quit their job and maybe start their own business. And that was as much as I knew. And I talked to about 10 people, hey Gwen, about that. What do they want to do? What are they interested in? What was holding them up? I charged them $25. What I learned from that was so valuable because I got clear on, what do I know? How can I help them? Do I have skills that'll help here? Yeah, I do. What does that look like? What do they want? How are they talking about it? What do they see the value in? What's holding them up? Why haven't they just quit yet? There's so many people that have jobs that they don't want to be in. Maybe you're one of them. Why haven't they quit yet? What is it? And I learned it's the structure, it's the foundation, it's the consistent monthly reoccurring revenue. And if they could create sustainable, predictable income, they would quit their job in a heartbeat, right? So that's how I went from helping people quit their day jobs to helping people build a business that's successful, that works again and again and again, that can make them tons of money in a lot of different ways. That's why I made the Rebel Mastermind, because it's doing that work with support over time, the 6-month program, so that you've got this foundation for making 5, 10K months on repeat. Okay, and 6-figure year is about $8,000, and I think it's $8,888, something like that a month, is 6 figures. And again, why 6 figures? Because that's the point in most societies where it feels like you can breathe and pay for things and not think about it too much. Program suite and structure, an intensive. It's okay if you don't know everything you want to do in it yet. It's okay if you're not sure exactly what you want to offer. It's okay if you're not sure which of your amazing skills and all the beautiful certifications or things that you're good at fit into that box. Your sole purpose in these 60-minute $25 or 60-minute $99 phone calls is to get to know your client. You are a female healer. People have been coming to you for support your entire fucking life. What have they been coming to you for support about? Which humans that have come to you for help do you enjoy helping the most? This is where we're getting into the energy. What do you enjoy doing? Who do you enjoy helping? And honestly, that's the niche. Okay? I see too many beautiful humans in the world spinning in like, what's my niche? What's my niche? Fuck a niche. Okay? Your niche is the people who you help at the time that you help them. That's it. But we do want to clearly articulate the value of your program, product, or service so that your people know it's for them. Purple pen, okay? Purple pen. When I was buying this pen, I wanted a pen that had purple ink, that was a fine tip, that was gel. I like purple ink, okay? I was looking for a product that helped me with a specific thing. Super easy analogy, but it's the same with your services, your products, or your programs. What do they do? Who are they for? How are they helping them with a problem or to feel better? Okay? Fuck a niche. That was the first business program I ever invested in, was all about niching. I obsessed over it, which is why the first module of CEO Enchantress is on niching. Like, let's nail it 80% to the wall and keep moving forward. Okay? Your niche is the people that come to you and the people you enjoy helping. So whatever way lets you continue forward is the path we choose. Understand it's going to feel clunky and weird when you get started with a business, and start to normalize that as an entrepreneur, because babe, that never goes away. It never goes away. I wish it did. But as long as you keep up leveling, and if you keep scaling your business and doing different things at different levels and hiring people and outsourcing projects and creating a podcast and hosting a free Facebook group, the discomfort never goes away. You just get real good at it, okay? So, energy and structure of 6 figures. First, how do people get to know, like, and trust you? Pick a social media platform, get consistent as fuck. 2, structure your programs and services to fit the cash flow and reoccurring revenue that you want. All right, so I am pitching for create a low-level intensive and use those calls to inform a bigger program. Call it a 3, a 6, or a 12-month program that takes this intensive and amplifies it. That gives people deeper results over time and an experience of you, all right? And so that creates the stable, consistent, predictable income, because you start showing up on social media consistently. You start having and developing a strategy and a structure, and then people are interacting with you regularly. They know you're not going anywhere. And then you sell intensives, and then people start to see you as the expert for that thing. Sell an intensive for 30 to 90 days. Let people know what it's about. Really get in there. And then sell a bigger program, right? And offer payment plans. So let's say you created a 3-month life coaching program. You're helping people feel better in their minds and bodies and with their relationships, okay? And it includes energy healing, and it includes Voxer support. This is a one-on-one program where you're walkie-talkie with the person Monday through Friday, 9 to 5. And it has 4 video coaching calls a month. And let's call it, it's an entry-level program and price of $333 a month for 3 months. But you also offer an extended payment plan of $150, let's call it $155 a month for 6 months. And so maybe more of your clients opt for the extended payment plans. And then you have overlapping payments. And so then you can take 2 clients in 1 month on 6-month payments. Next month, 2 clients, 6-month payments. And that's how you stack and overlap. And that's why I have 5-figure consistent income through spring of next year. Stacking, overlapping plans, right? And allowing people to pay you over time and for you to support them over time. I'm going to take a deep dive into that one next week as well, and like get some slides locked and loaded for you guys, which I never do, but I think the visual representation is really important there. So the energy and structure of 6 figures. How are you connecting with people and building relationships? What is your program suite and structure? And then number 3, sacred sales. The art of inviting people in. The mindset shift that needs to change in order to make money and to feel good selling your healing work in the world. 2 things here. 1, a lot of us have seen really shitty bro marketing, right? Raise your hand if you've seen really shitty bro marketing. Buy this thing. Buy it. You need it. This is the solution to all of your problems. That is not what we're doing in Sacred Sales or in Sacred Sales Priestess, which I'm so excited and also sad it's going to end in 2 weeks. But the program is amazing, and I love all of the women in it. And Sacred Sales are different. So you've seen shitty bro marketing, and then women's work on purpose, intentionally, has been systematically devalued over time. The idea that you just get to listen and be warm and inviting and hold space and make money for it has been devalued on purpose, and please do not forget it. That is why this is a rebellious business, okay? Because holding space is highly valuable. Hearing someone's feelings, asking them questions, guiding them through to feel better or to come home to themselves is highly valuable. So we create the sacred sale, the invitation. We invite people in through our content. We make the offer. A lot of you guys have heard me with this analogy, the Snickerdoodles cookies. I made these cookies. They are fresh out of the oven. They smell like cinnamon and sugar, and they're chewy, and they're just the right amount of warm, gooey in the middle, and I made them just for you. Would you like one? Now the answer might be, nah, I can't eat sugar or flour, thank you so much. No, I really don't like Snickerdoodles. You know what? No, I'm full right now. I just had a really big cookie, I'm good. Or the answer might be, fuck yeah, I love Snickerdoodles, give me the cookies. Or you know what? I think I'd like a half a Snickerdoodle. Can I eat the other half later? Yeah, you know, I might want one with some tea. Can I have some tea alongside the Snickerdoodle cookie? Be open to receiving the full range of response to the offer to join your program, to buy your products, to buy your service. And it doesn't mean anything about you. It just means that maybe they don't want the Snickerdoodles at that moment, okay? That is sacred sales, and that is structure, strategy, action, and energy all wrapped into one. How do we invite people in? Are we actually open to receiving that amount of clients or money? Do we feel good about it? Are we in energetic alignment? Does it feel good? Does it feel yummy? Right? Okay, I'm going to pause and answer questions. Gloria, truth, I don't have that even in my own business, the substantial consistent income piece. Yeah, it can be really hard to figure out in the beginning. And it's what I do. It's a big focus of my mastermind. Join me there. And yeah, the consistent income over time is the #1 reason people don't quit their day job. But we can make a business. That's why it's a business structure and not just a hobby. We get to make the business process and the system to create the consistent flow of money towards you and the consistent flow of energy outward, inviting clients inward. It's this back and forth energy exchange and flow that we get to play with. And systematize, right? When are you posting? Who are you talking to? What are you selling? How many people are you reaching out to on what platforms? What kind of content are you creating? We systematize it. Yay! Hello to Isabella, hello to Mary, hello to Kristen. Okay, I'm reading. Gloria, what program do you like for payments? I love Stripe. So Stripe on the back end is pretty easy to create payment plans. Otherwise, I would recommend hooking up with a payment processor like Paperbell or MemberVault or Teachable if you're going to teach courses with content and modules, or Moonclerk. Moonclerk is awesome. All of those platforms except for Stripe, Square, and PayPal, those are like root systems payment processors. The other ones are going to charge an additional fee in addition to the 2.8% that the payment processor charges. Worth it. worth it. If it's easy to take a payment, easy to let somebody pay you and be supported by you, it's worth it. Moon Clerk can be really good for that when you're just starting out, but I would make a payment plan on the back end of Stripe. That's probably my favorite thing. Yeah, Ashley, how do you get into energetic alignment? It's a huge struggle for me. Yeah, so I'm a big fan of not doing any spiritual bypassing or white light or gaslighting. So here's my pitch about energetic alignment. It's mostly about getting the sticky thoughts in your head about who you are, what healers can make, what isn't or isn't fair or equitable to charge people, getting those limiting beliefs down on paper. In fact, here's an invitation for you guys this week. Anybody who wants to, hit me with 25 to 50 limiting beliefs about money, work, cash, income as a healer in this Facebook group, and I will help you flip them into positive affirmations. Because that's the work of it, is what's going on behind the scenes? What has literally your brain patterned in, right? So one of the things for me, it took me 2 years to work through this, okay? 2 years, which is why I can help you with it now. Oh, well, my options are either make 6 figures working for a corporation or quit and be a healer and be a broke healer. The only option is a broke healer. There's no such thing as a rich healer. So I guess I'll just have to, and I did this, I structured my life to be as low cost as possible, okay? Buying an inexpensive house, paying off all the debt that I had while I worked a corporate job, paying off my $60,000 in student loans because I thought there's no way I'll be able to pay that bill later, right? And so it took a lot of time for me to unwire those beliefs and believe that, well, but healers do get to make good money, and I'm not forcing anybody to pay the price that I'm charging, and they are consenting adults, and people are brilliant and amazing and can figure out how to make the money to pay me if they want to do so at the right time for the right program. So you're hearing some of these things come through today, and you might be feeling sticky about them, of like, oh, I don't know, Emily. That's okay. Notice it, write it down, share it in the Facebook group, and I'll help you sift through it this week. Because, yeah, every healer starts somewhere. Every business starts somewhere. You bet your ass it is not pretty, okay? People don't wake up or be born, roll out of bed and say, I am a master healer. Here we go. Yeah, if you did that, that would be more bro marketing. But, you know, in my 15 years as a recruiter, hiring 1,000 different humans into positions paying $15 an hour and up to $350,000 a year, I can tell you that most white men do not think the thought, gee, I wonder if I'm qualified. You know, I'm not sure if I have the skills to pull this off. No, that's a woman healer thing. And I would argue probably a woman across the board thing in the dominant culture of our society. Most white men who interviewed will apply to positions that are above their pay grade, above their skill level. They will flub through the motherfucking interview and get the job and take it and be more well paid than a woman. This is how that pay inequality happens. This is one of the ways, right? Because most women, when we look at a job description, we say, well, I don't have exactly 5 years, so I don't know if I'm qualified. Most men look at it and they'll say, yeah, I've got about that, and like this experience counts, so I'm gonna apply. And then they get the job and they get the pay and they fake it till they make it. So this is your encouragement to fake it till you make it, while not hurting people, while still being in integrity, while charging a rate that feels good. But everybody starts somewhere. We don't roll out of bed as magnificent healers or artists or coaches. No, that takes time. Thank goodness it takes time and practice and energy and coaches and teachers and certifications and stubbing our toe about 1.5 million times. Nobody learns something the easy way. We all learn it the hard way. But that's why you get to hire support in a business coach, in whoever you learn your skills from, right? If you're an energetic blueprint specialist, if you're a sex, love, and relationship coach, maybe you've done programs or certifications with people that you want to keep studying with that can help support you on your path. Okay. Checking the comments. Of course, now Facebook is being weird with it. Okay. Energy and structure of 6 figures. How do people know, like, and trust you? What's your program suite and structure? The art of sacred sales. Okay, I got 15 minutes. Here we go. The next 2 are going to be totally about energy and next level shit. So buckle up. If you're ready for this, you might be ready for my Rebel Mastermind. Send me a message. I am so excited to see who the next women are that message me about this program. And I have a special treat for you. So if you're interested, send it to me. Send me a voice memo and say, Emily, I'm curious about your mastermind. Please tell me more. Okay, number 4, the energy of cash and receiving money. So money is energy. Money represents value. Since humans have been in community and had food access, there's been some form of exchange, whether that was nuts, spices, shells. That's the origination of money and exchange, right? I do this thing, they do that thing, they do a thing or have a thing that I want. How do I get it? I exchange for it. Start to play with what you think money is, especially as healers. It can be easy to say, well, it's evil to make that much money, or in order to do that, I have to sacrifice everything, and I'm not willing to do that. Don't think you have to. And what's really fucking obnoxious in the dominant culture of North America is the more money you make, the more money you make. Okay? So there's a tipping point where it's like, oh, now that I make more money, it's easy to make more money. It's very fucking annoying. And I want to get you to that bubble faster. Here's how we're going to do that, okay? Think of money as an entity you're in a relationship to. This was the hardest fucking affirmation for me, so I'm going to share it with you today. Feel free to repeat it. Money loves me. I love money. I think the comments aren't working on this anymore, so I'm going to try to log in on my computer as well so I can answer your question. But money loves me. I love money. It wasn't too hard for me to say money loves me. I'm like, oh yeah, God loves me, Goddess loves me, gods love me. Okay, I'm a Leo. I can accept love. But the idea that I love money really hurt. It really hurt. So I had to investigate. What was that about? Why do I feel so uncomfortable around the idea that I love money? Am I allowed? Am I allowed to love money? Am I allowed to want money? Can I want nicer things? Can I want this dream house that we now live in? Can I want a nice computer? Can I want fancy clothes? Can I want overflow so I can donate it to people who need it? Am I allowed? So this is what I mean by the energy of money and then getting clear on the energy of receiving. So eliminating as much as possible these blocks and fears. There can be this nebulous feeling of like, I'm not safe. I don't know. And there is a foundational quality of, yeah, you need enough money to live off of, right? I had 2 side gigs until I made $5,000 a month in my business. I quit my corporate 6-figure job. I had enough money saved that I thought we could live off of for 6 months. And I took the first 3 months off. I had never taken that much time off in my life, and I still had my one kid at the time. And I learned and I studied and I played with different programs and structures. And then we started running out of cash. And I realized, oh shit, this business is going to take longer to build than I want it to. But I want to figure this out. So I invested $6,000 on a credit card, on a payment plan actually, not a credit card, it was a payment plan. $6,000 business coaching program, 12 weeks, extended payment plan. It was a year-long payment plan for a 6-week program. And I did it because I thought it would have the answer. I thought this program will have the answer. What I know now is that no 6-week program has the answer. But I do believe that in intimate coaching containers with accountability and the opportunity to ask questions over a deeper period of time, like 6 months to 2 years, those are game changers. The courses will help you, but the game changer is the extended support over time. So in December, it was December 2019, there was a day in December we had $600 left in our bank account. I sold my ass off the next day. I knew I had to figure out a way to make it work. I reached out to every single person I thought might possibly be interested in working with me, and I pitched them 6 months of coaching. And the very next day we had $6,000 in our account. And we were safe for a moment. But I took 2 side gigs so that I could pay for daycare, so I could work while my kiddo was in 2 days of daycare a week, that was it, and pay our mortgage and the reoccurring monthly payment plan. And I kept those until the fall of the next year, when I finally had 5 figures a month in my business and quit my day job, or quit the other 2 day jobs. So it's okay if things take time. You are a resourceful, brilliant human, and money gets to flow to you in a variety of ways. Can you see side gigs as investors in your business? Can you see your brilliance and ability to do a whole bunch of different things as investing in your work in the world? It's really easy, and I had to talk myself through this to say, well, if I'm getting a job, I must be giving up. No, all you're doing is funding your dream. All you're doing is letting the money come in. Let it come in. Receive. Open yourself to receiving. But in order to do that, you have to feel safe with money, safe in holding clients. 80% safe, right? Checking in. Dismantling the limiting beliefs you have around wounded healers, or whether or not you're allowed to make good money and do really amazing shit in the world. You are. You're allowed to do good work and help people and make a shit ton of money. Yes, you are. Please affirm that in the comments if you would like to do so. I get to help people, have fun, and make a shit ton of money. There are moments where it doesn't feel true. It becomes a practice again and again of like, hold on, I get to do this. I can do this. I'm allowed. In fact, the world's better for me doing this. Okay, here we go. And that's what I mean by the energy of money and receiving, and how to up-level that in your mindset so that then it can come into 3D reality and actualize. Catching up on the comments. What if you're married to one exceptional white male who doesn't believe he is worthy or qualified to receive money? Oh, Gloria, that is so double the work. That's hard. I wonder if some of the money blockage conversation would help Gloria. So can you get the thoughts out of his head? Is that possible? Or is it work he should do with somebody else around what limiting beliefs does he have around money or worthiness of what he's doing, right? I'm sorry. Yeah, double the work. I've had some guilt over taking an extra gig, but I love the ladies I'm helping at a local bakery. They grow, mill, and bake their own grain. That's awesome. I interviewed for so many baker positions before I left Massachusetts. I thought that was going to be the career I wanted. I taught myself how to bake loaves of bread from scratch, and I fucking loved it. And all side gigs fuel the dream. It all counts. If you make things and sell them, it counts. If you sell used clothes on Poshmark, it counts. It's part of dismantling the corporate paradigm to see all of the ways you can make money as part of your business and part of you and fueling the dream. It all counts. It all gets to count. Getting a day job is not giving up. Having income of any kind is useful and helpful, and it might even help you to create the space, the time, the energy to focus on your beautiful work in the world, right? So I had 2 side gigs. One of them was for my badass best friend, who's also a branding coach. I learned a lot. I helped her make $120,000 in sales one month. Learned a lot about selling, learned a lot about creating challenges and consistent income, right? I learned. I let it fuel my business. The other side gig was working from home for Google My Business, having people do, it was like ad research basically. And again, on my own time, using some of my recruiter skills. Now that took up about 20 hours of my week. But then in the time I had to work on my business, I was so focused and dedicated. And then I could pay for daycare, and I didn't feel overly stressed and anxious all the time. It can all work, but we've got to take care of your nervous system and your relationship to money and to funding the dream before your business gets to skyrocket. Yeah, if I get a job, I'm giving up. That one hits hard. Yeah, we agreed I would quit my day job when I had my daughter so I could focus on my business. Agreed if I didn't make it work financially, by the time she started kindergarten, I would go back to full-time work. Fast forward 5 years now, I'm worse off financially than ever, but feel like I'm giving up on myself if I go get a job. It could be a bubble. It could be a bubble before the storm, right? And just getting clear on, okay, that's it. Here's what I'm doing, doubling down and moving forward. Or maybe there's some kind of flexible side gig that you could do from home that creates a stream of income that isn't building multiple businesses. I see that trip up a lot of people. Building multiple businesses from scratch is really hard. Let something else, some easier mail-it-in kind of job, fuel your personal business. The last thing I want to talk about today is being the six-figure healer and leader. Okay, so you've got building relationships, program suite and structure, sacred sales. You're clearing your blockages in receiving money, figuring out how you can receive giant wads of cash and still help people and feel good about it. Because you get to be a millionaire and a healer if you want to be. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. And being a six-figure healer leader is key. And you can step into that today. This doesn't have to be like a linear piece-by-piece process, but it is part of the whole of how you get to have a six-figure healing arts business, a six-figure spiritual entrepreneur business. So it's really claiming your authority and the unique way you do things and trusting that your people are there to be massively well supported by you. Being a leader just means that you're willing to speak up, to say the thing, to do your thing in the world, to trust that people need it. Chances are if you're watching this, you're already a leader and you're a healer. And so now it's just about amplifying that fire and letting it spread, letting people see it, stepping into your leadership, trusting that you have something unique and special to offer the world, and creating the platform to speak it out from, whether that's a podcast, a YouTube channel, guest appearances. How do you amplify your sound as a healer? And that is scaling beyond the just six figures mark, but into creating systematized processes, procedures, outsourcing things, hiring other humans to take care of all the things and stuff. That's stepping into your leadership and trusting yourself every step of the way. An important piece of my programs, in every type of program I offer, we do what works for you. We don't do just what works for me. That's boring. I have no designs on teaching a cookie cutter formulaic program. Not interested. But what I will do is show you a bunch of different ways of how you could do it, and then we can figure out what one's best for you in the time that it works for you. Right? That is empowerment. That is you being in your leadership, because only you know where your heart's taking you. Only you know how to trust your own intuition. And that's what I teach again and again and again, is doubling down on trusting yourself, learning how to listen to your intuition, and to take fast, decisive action so that you can make more money and help more people and have more fun. Please send me a message if you're curious and interested about joining my Rebel Mastermind. I have one partial scholarship spot open that nobody has yet claimed. So send me a message if you're interested. Let's talk. It is 6 months of intensive coaching and support so that we can craft you a plan and a model and a way to scale your business to 6 figures and beyond. It is 3 video coaching calls with me a month. You get private one-on-one coaching with my amazing support coach, Lucy, and an initial one-on-one strategy session with me, a Facebook group open 24/7. I'm going to do live training every month on specifically what's coming up in the group. I would love, love, love to have you join me. There's 5 spots left. I'm only taking in 10 women for this round. Send me a message. Thanks for joining me today. I'll be doing lives every week throughout October. So I'm going to dive into these pieces way deeper over the next 4 weeks. Bye.
That's it for today. Share this episode with other Rebel healers so they too can make more money and deeply support their people. Join my free Facebook group at Business Coaching for Rebel Healers with Emily Otto, and stay tuned for next week's episode. XOXO.